Covering news where you live. This is 5 News.
Well, thank you for joining us here for the latest news where you live. I'm Joe Ellison. Governor Sanders speaking out about the controversy related to a podium purchased by her office for nearly $20,000. After an Arkansas state senator within her own party called for an audit into the purchase, Republican State Senator Jimmy Hickey says he wants auditors in the legislative branch to answer questions about this podium and plans to formally file the request at their next meeting on October the 12th. Now, she had this to say yesterday when asked about the audit during a visit to Springdale.
This was paid for by private funds. You know, people want to manufacture a controversy where there isn't one, but this is something the state's been reimbursed for, and you know, I think there's some people that are always going to be angry, always looking for something to complain about, and that's what they're picking for right now.
Now, we have much more on the request for the audit and the lawsuit surrounding the governor's travel information. Just check out our website at 5newsonline.com. And thousands of cars travel through the Bobby Hopper Tunnel every day. And as they drive through, they're driving over underground fuel tanks used by Audit. A recent environmental inspection report uncovered by 5 News found those tanks are not in compliance with regulations. The Arkansas Department of Environmental Quality did the inspection last month and highlights a list of failures when it comes to Audit's fuel tanks. Audit spokesperson Dave Parker tells 5 News the tunnel is structurally sound and the fuel tanks are in good shape too. He says the concerns listed in the report are directly related to how Audit inspects the tanks.
They've apparently changed or now requiring us or anyone who has underground fuel storage facilities to have more of a detailed automated process when it comes to inspecting those tanks to make sure they're not leaking.
Now, Parker also says RDOT regularly inspects the tanks and there is no evidence of leaks, but they hired a consultant to help their process get back to compliance. He says doing these inspections is crucial because over time, fuel tanks can corrode and potentially leak into the ground and water system. The ADEQ report says a follow-up inspection is pending. No word on when that will happen. Now, we took our questions to ADEQ, but never heard back. All right, before we get to more news, let's get a check of today's forecast with meteorologist Zach Scott. And Zach, rain for some of us.
Yeah, I think between now and tomorrow morning, everyone should get a shower in 5 Country, but not everyone's going to get one of these downpours this morning or early afternoon. We will see the shower activity that's mostly focused across northwest Arkansas to kick off our Wednesday. We should see that expand some, get some scattered showers across western Arkansas, and then again into northwest Arkansas late morning into the early afternoon. Then we'll start to see that taper off as we go deeper into the afternoon hours. We should see some shower activity shift off. We could still see a lingering shower, but we should see a lull in the activity late afternoon, early evening. Thunderstorms developing across Oklahoma are going to be rolling east. We'll have to watch a little bit of a wind threat. Could have some gusty winds rolling in with this large area of rainfall. Best chance for a strong storm will be eastern Oklahoma. We'll watch areas south of I-40 again for maybe the best chance for some stronger wind gusts. That'll be later in the evening hours. That'll continue as we go overnight. Widespread rainfall again should see the intensity continue to come down. A few lingering showers, Joe, will be possible tomorrow morning. And then as we get into Thursday afternoon, we should start to break up the clouds, try to get some late day sunshine in. And then we're looking for front number 2 to move in Friday into the weekend. That's going to bring in some cooler air, 30s, 40s possible for lows, 60s for highs on Saturday. For today, though, still warm, muggy air mass, fuel for the storm system, plenty of clouds, mid to upper 70s for most, few low 80s for some. Joe?
All right, thanks for that, Zach. Well, USL Arkansas has unveiled its first renderings of the professional soccer stadium coming to Northwest Arkansas. 5 News reporter Lauren Spencer shows us how the community is sharing ideas that could be featured in the stadium and why planning leaders want Arkansas residents to get involved.
This round is really just what kind of atmosphere, what type of feeling do you want to have while you're at the stadium?
USL Arkansas released its first set of plans of what this 5,000-person professional soccer stadium could look like in Rogers. Co-founder of USL Arkansas, Warren Smith, says while this is the first set of renderings released, more details will come within the next month.
A lot of what these renderings represent are, professional soccer match, family gathering, high school reunion, just a chance to come and party together.
Wes Harris, the managing director for USL Arkansas, says the features in these renderings were all from listening sessions and community outreach all throughout Northwest Arkansas.
Being very intentional about trying to collect feedback from well over 400 individuals from all walks of life and places in Northwest Arkansas, trying to understand what they love about the area and how that might feed into the club.
In the first rendering, they made sure to include features like a safe section behind the goal, as well as lots of accessible seating options. And they're asking for even more feedback from the community.
Can't overemphasize how we're trying to really not act in an island, but really to act in what the community is ultimately trying to accomplish with us.
Both Smith and Harris want to emphasize how much the support has meant to them.
Our response from the community has just been so positive, and they can't wait to have something else to look forward to come and do.
Feedback is the key for us, and today's just the first step in letting people see what we're trying to create.
In Rogers, covering news where you live, Lauren Spencer, 5 News.
Well, the goal is to begin playing before the 2026 World Cup kicks off in America. For the women's team, they project to start playing in the fall of the same year. Well, thank you for joining us here for the latest news and weather. Catch up with us again tomorrow right here for more.